welcome back to another math video. This is Go Math 4th grade lesson 7.2. Title of our chapter is Write Fractions as Sums. And this can be found on page 283 in your Go Math book if you're following along. And if not, and you're just here to learn a little bit about fractions and how they work, well, then just stick around. So, the first thing we need to do is actually kind of just talk about what we're doing. So again, we're writing fractions as sums. So basically, we are writing fractions as addition problems. And we're doing so with unit fractions. Now, I already wrote down right here what a unit fraction is. But let's go ahead and look at this word, unit fraction. So a unit fraction, or unit fractions, tell the part of a whole one piece represents. Now, I know that kind of sounds like just a fancy definition, and that's not really helpful right now. So let's go ahead and erase our stuff up top and go over what that unit fraction really is. So if I were to take, let's go back to our pie example. If I were to take a piece of pie, and I were to cut it right down the middle like this, this would be 1/2, and this would be 1/2. So overall, the whole is 2/2. However, my unit fraction is what one piece represents. So if I asked you what the unit fraction for this would be, it would be 1/2. Okay, so let's take another look. Let's give another example before we move on from unit fractions. If I were to make a strip just like this, and I'm going to show that this whole length here is one whole, but let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So each one of these is worth 1/8 of a whole. Okay, if I were to ask you what the unit fraction of this overall shape was, it's just going to be 1/8. Okay, so it's just how many pieces make up the one whole. That's what the unit fraction is. We're not shading, we're not doing anything like that. We're just trying to figure out how big the pieces are, what size these pieces are, and what they are represented by. This will be represented by 1/8. Okay, now that we've done that, we can go ahead and erase all of this and move into what our lesson is actually about today, which is writing fractions as sums. So, I've got a problem here, and we've got our friend Emilio. He cut his sandwich into 8 equal pieces. He's got a long Subway sandwich, okay? So, I'm no artist, but I'll do my best. Let's go ahead and do this, okay? That's my bread. Let's go ahead and get some salami or tomatoes or whatever you want this to be on there, okay? Get a little lettuce by putting that on there. And I don't know what this, let's put some sauce. This orange marker doesn't work really well, but that's okay. Okay. Now we got to do our last part of bread here. That's a beautiful sandwich if I ever saw one myself. Now, he has the sandwich and he cuts it into 8 equal pieces. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay? I know you're going to be like, what? How? What? Well, just watch. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and kind of do a little box around it just so we can keep our lines nice and even. My sandwich fits perfectly in this box. And then I'm going to go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do another one over here. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. We cut our sandwich into 8 equal pieces. It might look like it's in jail, but I promise you we just sliced it up. Now, it says he has 7/8. Oh, sorry. He cut it into 8 equal pieces, and he ate one piece. Emilio was hungry, and he chose this juicy end piece right here. So he ate that one up. It is gone. So he has 7/8 of the sandwich left. So he has this much left. Let's go ahead and Just represent that. He has 7/8 of the sandwich left. Emilio put each remaining piece on a snack plate. How many snack plates did he use? What part of the sandwich did he put on each plate? So this is where we get to talking about unit fractions. It says each piece of the sandwich is 1/8 of a whole. 1/8 is called a unit fraction because it tells the part of a whole that one piece represents. A unit fraction always has a numerator of 1. So we saw earlier when we were doing this, I said 1/2 and 1/8 both had a numerator of 1. Unit fractions always have a numerator of 1. So let's go ahead and do it like this. I want to represent this the best I can. So let's see. We need some plates now. Let's go ahead. Our plates are going to be blue. So I need... Let's see. I ate one piece and I cut it into eighths. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plates. Okay? And now I'm going to put each piece of, or each of these pieces of sandwich that are left on there. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to be a little bit, we're just going to put this like this. I'm just going to put brown circles, letting you know that there's a piece of a sandwich on each of these plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now remember, Emilio already ate a piece. So this one, this plate does not get a this plate does not get a sandwich. So, what size of a piece does each one of these places get? This is where we talk about our unit fractions. Each one of these pieces equals 1/8. Let me write this real fast. Even this piece over here used to represent 1/8. Oops, I wrote it up top. You can't even see it. Each one of those pieces equals 1/8. Okay? We ate one of them. We decided that we only need 7 plates because our 8th plate, Emilio already ate his sandwich. So each one of these plates gets 1/8 of a sandwich. Okay? So let's just double check. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 unit fractions. 7 1/8. Let's check down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 unit fractions. 7 1/8. So far, so good. So we've done it, but now we want to get to the math part, okay? Right now we just cut it up and put it on the plates. It's really not that too complicated, not too exciting, but we really want to do the math. So we know we have 7/8 left. Okay? Let me move some stuff up here. I'm using the most of my whiteboard that I can because it's necessary. Okay, so we already know that we have 7/8 of the sandwich left because Emilio was hungry and he ate his sandwich. That's okay. You're allowed to be hungry. Okay, so we have 7/8. Now we're going to write this math problem. He split them all up into individual units, but all of those individual units add together to make what's left of the sandwich. So 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 3 is 4, plus 5 is 6, plus... Sorry. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So we do have 7/8. So we cut the sandwich into unit fractions, but they all represent what we have left of our sandwich, which would be 7/8. As you can see here, we still have 7/8 of our sandwich left. Wow. So to answer the big question that we were really working with this Emilio problem, it says, so Emilio used blank plates. In that blank, we would put 7, and he put blank of sandwich on each plate. He put 1/8 of a sandwich on each plate. And that is how you write fractions as sums. However, that's not the end of the lesson. So let's go ahead and erase all of this. Again, if you still need it, there it is. There it is. Pause where you think you need it. And I'm making it all disappear because that is the way it is. It's the way the cookie crumbles. Okay. Just pardon me as I go ahead and flip the page right here and move my markers. You're going to hear a... Yep, that's that. I took them all out and I need to put them back in their rightful place. Okay. So we are going to move on to example 2, which can be found on page 284. Again, let me write it right here, so just so you can visually see it. Page 284. That's where I am in the Go Math, and just like that, it disappears. Okay. So this problem has Kevin and Isabel, and they're going to share a whole pizza. Good for them. That sounds like a wonderful Friday night. The pizza is cut into 6 equal slices. They will put the slices on 2 separate dishes. What part of the whole could be on each dish? Shade the models to show 3 different ways Kevin and Isabel could share the pizza. Write an equation for each model. Okay, first things first. Here is their pizza. It's a purple pizza because they're purple pizza eaters. If anyone gets my reference, that'd be awesome. If not, totally fine. Okay, so it's cut into 6 equal pieces, and each one of those pieces represents a unit fraction. That unit fraction in this problem is going to be 1/6. Now, we're going to have 2 dishes. Just like this, okay? And we're still going to split it up into 6. However, we aren't going to give them both 6 pieces because they both can't have 6 pieces. However, they could have up to 6 pieces if one of them, they're sharing, but let's say one of them decided to hog the whole thing, one of them could have 6 pieces. So, let's go ahead and do this. If we wanted to share this pizza evenly, well, let's take a look. We have 6/6 of a pizza. And if we made it even, let's get 1/6 here and 1/6 here. Okay, so let's say that these 2 are done. Okay. And let's put another 6 here and another 6 here. Oops, that looks like a 0. Another 6 there. So we use those 2 pieces of pizza. And one more, 1/6 here, 1/6 here. So those are done as well. So we've split the pizza. They both get 3 pieces, and they're both so happy. However, that's only if they both wanted 3 pizzas. We just found out that Kevin is actually really hungry, and Isabel is only kind of hungry. So we gotta try again. And let's do this again. 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, and 1/6. Okay, so this was option 1 up here. But again, option 2, they're both not, or Kevin is super hungry, while Isabel is only kind of hungry. So let's do this. Let's give Kevin 2 for every one of Isabel's 1. So let's go ahead and give Isabel 1. And then we're going to give Kevin 2. Okay? So now we have 3/6 gone, just like that. Once again, we're going to give Isabel another 1. And then give Kevin 2 more. And just like that, all 6 of our pieces of pizza are gone. So Kevin gets a little bit more food, and Isabel gets, just enough because that's all she wanted. However, that was the original plan, but Isabel actually was really hungry and just didn't tell Kevin. Okay, so we need one more diagram. So let's make this happen really quickly. And again, Isabel was really hungry, and she ate 3 of Kevin's pieces. So we knew Kevin had 4 pieces up here, but she ate 3 of his. So she already had her 2 pieces, and then she ate 1, 2, 3. My goodness, Isabel. And let's double check. We have 1 here, 1, 2 there, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, we used all of the pieces of pizza, and Isabel hogged it all for herself. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness. However, okay, so we figured out how to draw this, right? But now we're going to represent it as unit fractions. And actually, we're not going to do this as unit fractions. We're using the unit fractions to write an equation. Ooh, I almost made a mistake right there. So, we know that our total pizza equals 6, 6. Let's come back up to the top here. We know the total pizza equals 6, 6. So, whatever we get, it needs to equal 6 over 6. So, let's take a look. We have 1, 2, 3, 6 plus 1, 2, 3, 6. Guess what? That is an addition problem. 3 6 plus 3 6 equals 6 6. Let's come down here and look at option number 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 6. So I'm going to write it right here. Oh, this black marker is dying. Whoop. And away it goes. Is this one better? Yes, it is. 4 6. And then this is 1, 2, 6. So we have plus 2 6. Sorry about the overlap right here. But 4 6 plus 2 6 still equals 6 6. And last but not least, the ever so deceitful Isabel theft. We have 1 6 left for Kevin, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6 for Isabel in the end. 1 plus 5 equals 6. Remember, we do not add our denominators. So it equals 6 over 6. So all 3 of these options would work out if they shared them that way. However, Isabel ended up taking all the pizza. Okay. So let's go ahead and do 3 more problems in this video just to make sure we have an understanding of what is going on. Today's lesson didn't involve a whole lot of new concepts, but it did involve a lot of drawing. So we're going to try to do the next ones with a little bit less drawing and a little bit more straightforward math. However, oops, sorry, we good. My video at around 18 minutes always does that. Okay, so here we go. It says we're on page 285. Okay, page 285. Bingo, bango, bongo. Okay, so write 3/4 as a sum of unit fractions. This is going to be the only one I draw. So they have this, a beautiful bar, and then they do another one like right underneath. And it's cut up like this, but these say 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and this one says 1. And they tell us 3/4. Oops, oh, no one told me. My video was all messed up. Like you can tell, I'm recording this. Okay, and then they do this. They give us blank plus blank plus blank. All we have to do is fill in the blanks. Well, they've been ever so kind. So we know that this is 1, 2, 3/4. So we're going to do 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. And that all equals 3/4. And that's all you have to do. That's how you write a sum of unit fractions. That's all there is to it. There's nothing crazy, nothing scary. Just break it down. Make it make a little bit more sense. If it doesn't make sense, just break it down. Now I'm going to go ahead and skip to number 4 on this page, where it says write the fraction as a sum of unit fractions. So we have 4/12 equals, and then they just give us a line. No picture, no blanks, no plus signs, nothing. But guess what? I know that a unit fraction has to have 1 as the numerator, and my denominator is 12. So we're just going to go until we get to 4. 1/12 plus 1/12. That's 2/12. Let's add one more. Plus 1/12. That's 3/12. Plus one more. That is 4/12. And this is how you write the sum in unit fractions. Guess what? We're going to do one more, and then we're going to be done. So let's go ahead and erase. Okay, this one says write the fraction as a sum of fraction 3 different ways. So it doesn't have to be unit fractions. And they give you the number 8/10. This is number 6. Write the fraction as a sum of fraction 3 different ways. So all I need to do is add to 8/10. Remember, this could be just like the pizza problem where we drew out 3 different ways, 3 different scenarios for Kevin and Isabel. However, they don't give us pictures. We don't have to draw anything. We're just going to do 3 different equations. So let's do this. Let's write 8/10, 8/10, and 8/10. That way, remember, we need to do this 3 times. Let's even zoom out so we can see all 3. Okay. 8/10. Well, let's see. I could do 8/10 equals, let's do 6/10. Just pick a number as long as it's smaller than 8. And then 6 plus what equals 8? 6 plus what equals 8? 6 plus 2. Guess what? Ba-ba-da-da. All done. First one. Check. Next. 8/10. I need to get to 8/10. Let's do, you know what? Let's do a unit fraction. So 1/10. And then let's pick another number. 1/10 plus someone. Come on, help me out. 3. I like that one. 3/10. Does that add up to 8? No. 1 plus 3 equals 4. Okay, well, 8 minus 4 is 4. Let's go ahead and put 4/10 right here. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 4 is 8. This one, check. And guess what? Now we only have 1 left. Well, because it's in my head and we just did it, let's just do it like this. I know 4/10 is half of 8/10, so let's just add another 4/10. Guess what? Boop! Now, some of you might be wondering, but Mr. Edwards, I don't know where you got all these numbers. They just all came from my brain. I just know that these numbers add up to 8. We don't add the denominators, so as long as we keep 10 on the bottom, we are good to go. And as long as our numerators add up to 8, that's all we need. Nothing crazy. There's no magical worksheet that's going to tell you where these numbers come from. There's no calculator that you need for this. As long as you know basic addition, boom! You have it done. And that's how you do this stuff. That's how you write fractions as a sum. It's that simple. I know it's like, oh, it's so much work. All of this will tie into stuff later on. So I know it doesn't seem necessary right now, but this will help you with future lessons. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope it helps. And that being said, I will see you later.